Good morning on this Wednesday, October 22nd. Excuse me, I almost said 21st. October 22nd, 2025. And we are cruising through the fall here. I think we are, how many days left? 60 days left until winter officially begins in this hemisphere. So 2 solid months left. Another, I think, beautiful day today, if crisp. But beautiful. Let me see here. Yeah, it's 56 degrees right now. It's going to hit just 62 degrees for a high. Sunny most of the day until the evening. So it's just my favorite time of year for that reason. You get the sun, you get the crisp air allows you to wear, a few layers. And if you've never been to Tokyo in the winter, that's the reason why Tokyo is so great in the winter. It's the wintertime mostly is this clear crystal sky, and it's cold, but it's just beautiful. It's sunny a lot, not entirely, but a lot. And, you can really get out and do things, outside of the occasional. I remember we had a couple snowstorms when I was living there, but not that much in Tokyo anyway. Obviously, in the mountains are different. But here in the greater New York City area, it is absolutely gorgeous, and I am grateful for that, and still exhausted. My goodness. I didn't realize, maybe it's a sign of getting older. I don't know if you can relate, but I think sometimes I think I'm still 25. So I will act as if I have unlimited energy, and then coming back from a trip where I've packed my schedule, stem to stern, with activity, all great stuff, and I need some time to recover, but I still haven't taken it yet. So maybe this weekend, we'll see. There's just so much to do, and I'm needing to gauge a little bit of how much I'm putting out there. So how are you pushing yourself these days in ways that maybe, it's funny, we get these messages in our head, we shouldn't procrastinate, this and that. On the other hand, you got to take care of yourself, take it one step at a time, one day at a time. How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? So they can seem like contradictory messages. I want to eat the whole elephant right today and move on to some other animal. God, that's an awful analogy. I don't want to eat elephant at all, to be honest with you. They're beautiful creatures. Oh, my goodness. So, yes, it is October 22nd. Still haven't gone apple picking. I'm kind of upset about that, and I might need to rectify that very, very soon because it's time. It's time to pick apples before they're all gone. I think it's pretty late already, so I'll have to check the calendar on that. What else? What else do you like to do in the fall? I don't know. So what's on my mind? I've just been continuing to reflect on the retreat I went to and the emotional journey of it. And in addition to the other aspects of the journey, it was such an emotional kaleidoscope. I don't know. It was I had a full range of emotions that happened. And it was an interesting thing to observe that I got there. I saw an old friend that was wonderful, saw other good friends and colleagues before the thing even started that had nothing to do with the event. And then the event, was about preparing a talk, which was a great experience. I mean, it could have been on anything. It could have been on underwater basket weaving. There's one woman there who did a fantastic presentation using gardening as her metaphor. And she's legitimately into gardening as a way of thinking about, leadership and planning for your future and how it's done. And so there was just a wide range. And what's funny is that by the time that I got to the speaking part, I started sinking emotionally. I mean, I wasn't feeling great at all. And it wasn't anything to do with anyone there or some problem with the program, or it was all an inside game. And I thought about the absolute joy that I felt and the, not despair, but the grief that I was feeling at the same time. And I thought, Two things about it that I think that are really important to remember. One is that I cannot feel the great joy, the deepest type of joy of experience in life, connecting with people, having experiences, if I'm not also able to experience the depth of grieving. It is really in this molting process when we lose that skin and we feel vulnerable as this new skin is forming. And there's a gap between where we were and are and where we ultimately will be and want to be. Hopefully those are two of the same things. So in that gap, it's very painful because you're seeing that skin come off and start questioning, well, do I really know what's underneath this thing? You know, what's next? And it's one of life's greatest gifts is depth of feeling about an experience. It's why you can go to a Broadway show and just feel the story and the actors, the human beings who are not separated by a screen. They're right there. You can see them spitting and breathing, and their humanity is without filter, even as it has a costume on it. There's a certain connection that happens there. You feel a Broadway production deeply only if you are able to feel all of the emotional range deeply. And so that is the cost. And it's a price worth paying every single time, because at least in my book, I'm here to live. And that means really allowing myself to feel. It's something that addiction takes away. That's one of the lures of addiction, is that you don't have to feel. You have a way of managing your feelings. Now, this is not to say that one shouldn't develop executive presence and emotional maturity and grow, of course. But I'm finding as I get older that I'm able to allow the feelings to come up and even show them without those feelings being a sign of something wrong. To the contrary, those feelings are a sign of me being on the right side of right, that I'm in a very much alignment with my heart. And some of the feelings are going to be negative. And what are they telling me? What are they pointing me at? In some cases, they point me right where I need to work. That there's nothing wrong with me, really. But if I'm looking for the next opportunity for growth, I just look at where that pain, what the real source of that pain is. And it's almost never because of someone else. It's almost always something within. So they are real gifts. Our emotions are a great gift, including anger, including despair. They are gifts, even if they don't feel great. But that's the point. So I continue to reflect on that. My voice is still hoarse because I'm worn out. I guess I talked all day long yesterday. I didn't exactly give my voice a break. But today's going to be another great day, and I'll work out some exercise into it. So self-care today is going to look like getting some exercise in the margins and enjoying the sunshine a little bit too. That is my report for today. I hope my rambling makes some kind of sense to somebody out there. By the way, I want to just say hi to Michael G. You know who you are. I had just a wonderful catch up with Mike yesterday. He's been listening to this. I keep hearing from people that I didn't know were listening who are saying, I'm listening. I'm enjoying your journey. What's going on? It's giving even more layers of why doing this daily reflection is worth it. Because it's not about direct monetization. It's about sharing and connection and reflection. And I really do. It just fills me up to know there are people who are not just family members, and I do love my family members. There's no just about it, but other folks in my circle, in my business circles, etc., that are appreciating just a gentle, reflective check-in every day that maybe helps focus their mind on something important. So with that, be good to yourself and others. and we will check back tomorrow. Thanks again for listening. Bye-bye for now.